All right, welcome to Tuesday's Chapter 1 review. We'll be going over subtraction. We'll do the odd numbers today in the recorded lesson, and the live lesson will go through the even numbers. You may write these out in your math notebook on your whiteboard and just practice. These will not be turned in. What will be turned in, there's a practice quiz in Canvas for you to turn in. It will be self-grading, so I would practice first and then do the self-graded quiz. So number 1, we have just some subtraction equations. So remember, if the number on the top is smaller, we have to borrow. We have to go next door and borrow 10 more. So number 1, I'm going to cross out the 7. It becomes a 6. I'm taking a 10 out of the tens place. And it breaks into 10 ones with the existing 2. That means 12. So there's 12 in the ones place now. Now 12 take away 6 is 6. Now in my tens place, do I need to regroup again and borrow? 6, I can take away 4. If I have 6, I can take away 4. 6 minus 4. I can start with 6 fingers. Whoops, my thing is too far out. So I can start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 tallies, and I can cross off 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 2 left. You guys can do that in your head, I'm pretty sure. And now 4 minus 4 is nothing, so I can leave it blank, and I've got 26. So 472 minus 446 is 26. And remember, you can always take these two, these are your parts, and add them together. And especially if you're taking a test or you want to be extremely precise, we can use the opposite operation of subtraction is addition, and we can use that to check our answer. So 6 plus 6 is 12. 2, carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. And then I have 4 plus nothing. That matches, right? So that checks out. I won't do that for everyone, but I suggest you try it, especially when you're taking a test. All right, here we go. We're going to do number 3. 5 take away 4. Oh, easy peasy. 1. Oh no, my number on top is smaller. I'm going to have to borrow. So I'm going to borrow 100. So it's going to become 300. And now instead of 2 tens, I'm going to have, and I'll use a different color so I never like how it shows together. So 12. Now I have 12 tens. 12 tens minus 7 tens. I like to start at 7 and count up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 5 is the difference. And I can also think, oh yeah, 7 plus 5, that's 12. Now 3 minus 2, 3 take away 2 is 1. So 151. You can pause here and double check. Remember, you can double check by adding 274 plus 151 just to make sure I'm correct, because I do make mistakes, we know, right? All right, here we go to number 5. 889 minus 172. Oh, I'm just looking at it quickly, a quick glance. All my top numbers look bigger. I don't think I have to do any regrouping. 9 minus 2 is, oh yeah, 2 plus 7 is 9. So 9 minus 2 is 7. 8 minus 7, 1. And 8 minus 1 is 7. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, I like those. Oh, but look at number 7. Number 7 is going to be more of a challenge, isn't it? I've got zeros in the number on top. So that means I'm going to have to subtract across zeros. So I've got 0 take away 8. I cannot do it. If you were to put an 8 down here, you would not be doing it the right way. So we have to go next door and borrow some more, but they're out. It's 0. They don't have any more. I have to go across to the hundreds place. So that 600 becomes 500. I'm taking 10 tens away, and they're getting broken into 10 tens, right? Now I can borrow from the tens place, because now I have 10 tens in the tens place, but not for long, because I have to send one of those tens into the ones place. Now I have 10 ones, right? I took one 10 over here, I broke it into 10 ones. So So 10 take away 8, 8, 9, 10. That's 2. 2 plus 8 is 10. That works. 9 minus 5. 9 take away 5. Oh yeah, it's 1 away from 5 plus 5, right? So 5 plus 4 is 9 because 5 plus 5 is 10. So I knew that's 1 away. 5 minus 2. 5 take away 2. You can see that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. If you're not sure, especially on these tricky ones, I think I will just do a real quick addition because I want to be sure. It gets tricky with those zeros. So 258 plus 342. 8 plus 2 is 10. 0, carry the 1. Oh, I've got a 4 and a 1 is a 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. 0, carry the 1. 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is what I started with. Whew, good. I don't like to make mistakes, but even when they're on a video, it makes it feel even worse. Although it's the same, right? We just learn from our mistakes. All right, we're on to number 9. We'll tackle number 8 in our live session. Number 9. Here we go. Madison solves this problem. She says the difference is 419. Explain the mistake Madison made. What is the correct difference? So difference, right? We know we're subtracting. So let's see, 419. She did get a number smaller than 645, so she did not accidentally add. Let's try to solve it ourselves and see if we can figure it out. If I'm going to 5 take away 6. Oh, I can't do that, right? 5 is smaller than 6. So I'm going to cross out the 4, and cross out the 4 tens, and I'm left with 3 tens because I'm going to bring 10 ones over and add them to the 5 ones. I have 15 ones. 15 minus 6. This is one of my favorite math problems. I love 9 plus 6 equals 15. I think because my birthday is September 15th, the 9th month and the 15th day, I've always liked it. 15 minus 6 is 9, right? It's in that fact family. All right, so now I've got 3 take away 3. Oh, they're the same. So that's going to be 0. I don't have to borrow, but I get 0 in my answer. Now, 6 minus 2, that's 4. So the real answer is 409, 409. Madison got 419, 419. What did she forget to do? Do you see it? If she had left this as a 4, 4 minus 3 is 1. So what she did, 645 minus 236, she did make this 15. 15 minus 6 is 9. Her ones digit is correct. Whoops. Her ones digit is correct, but she never crossed out her 4 and made it a 3. Then she did 4 minus 3 is 1. 6 minus 2 is 4. But that's where she made her mistake. So what is the correct difference? The correct difference is 409, and she made her mistake in the tens place, the tens digit. She did not cross out the 4 and make it a 3 because she did take one stick of 10 over to the ones place and break it up, but she never crossed it off. All right, so that's number 9. Let's get to number 11. Number 11, I'm going to back my camera up because this is using this whole chart. We're going to use this table for numbers 10, 11, and 12. But today we're just going to do number 11 together. Okay? So it says, how many more students visited the zoo on Wednesday than on Monday? Now, how many more? I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to have to tell the difference between something, right? How many more? So I'm going to be subtracting. Okay, so how many more students visited on Wednesday than Monday? So I need to look at Wednesday and Monday. Okay, so 349 was Wednesday, 246 was Monday. All right, I'm doing subtraction. I know I'm going to put my bigger number on top. We are not getting into negative numbers here in 3rd grade. So 349 Wednesday is more than Monday, which is 246. Okay, and I am subtracting. So now, all right, oh, At least I don't have to regroup, right? My 9 is bigger than my 6, my 4 is the same, and my 3 is bigger than my 2. Phew, I like to look ahead and see if I have to regroup. But I don't. 9 minus 6, 3. 4 minus 4, I'm left with 0. 3 take away 2, I'm left with 1. So how many more students visited the zoo on Wednesday than Monday? 103 more students visited on Wednesday than on Monday. All right. You got one more problem in you? Let's do it. This is a doozy. It's a two-parter. I need to even back up a little more because there's a lot here. So number 13 says the Science Center displays 236 butterflies. I'm going to box my number right away. The number of beetles on display is 89 less than the number of butterflies. So beetles are less. Less means I'm going to subtract, right? And let me get a little closer so you can see them. I don't know how big your screens are. So 89 is less. I'm going to subtract, but beetles are 89 less. And I do like to mark up what I'm reading. I know it's harder on a screen. When I've had to take tests on a screen, I will just write it down on my scratch paper what I need. So please use your scratch paper when you're working on problems, especially on a screen. All right, so the Science Center displays 236 butterflies. I can imagine that. There's all these butterflies, right? Here's a big group of 236 butterflies. Oops, butterflies. All right, so there's my butterflies. Now, my beetles I know is less, right? It's smaller. You know what? I remember Ms. Cohn showed us a really handy tool. And I haven't even gotten to the question yet. I like to be a thinker and try to think about what it is they might ask me. But I know, I'm gonna think of this model, the bar model that Ms. Cohn had showed us last week. So about how many beetles are on display at the Science Center. So, I know that is 236 my whole? Or is yeah, I think it is. So 236, because I'm given two numbers. One of them, the 236, is my whole. That's my whole number. I know 89 is one of the parts. So this number, the number of beetles, plus 89 equals 236. If I take 236 less 89 minus 89, that will give me that number. So I'm going to use my margin here. 236 minus 89. Okay. Oh, 6 is smaller. I'm going to have to borrow. So I take a stick of 10 and I break it apart. Now I have 16. My 6 became 10 more, 16. 16 minus 9. Oh, I know 9 plus 7 is 16. 2 minus 8, I can't do it. I have to regroup. So I'm borrowing 100 and breaking it up. Now I don't have 2 10s, I have 12 10s, right? So 12 minus 8, oh yeah, 4 plus 8 is 12, so 12 minus 8 is 4. Now I still have 1 in the hundreds place, minus nothing is 1. So that is the number of beetles. 147 is the number of beetles. And it says, oh, did it want an exact answer? I found the exact answer for the number of beetles. They just wanted an estimate because they used a special word, about. This will happen to you in life if you don't read carefully. Like Mrs. Findlay, about means I estimate. I don't need an exact answer. Okay. But I will use this information. I'm looking ahead at B. I will use it. So about how many beetles are on display at the Science Center. So let's say I'm going to recreate this model with estimates. Instead of 236, I'm going to say it's about 250. And instead of saying 89 exactly, I'm going to say it's about 100. So I'm thinking 250 minus 100 is about 150. So about 150 beetles are on display. And I always say Mrs. Powell says if there are words in your math problem, there should be words in your math answer. But then I heard her say that Mrs. Morse said that. So she learned it from Mrs. Morse and I learned it from Mrs. Powell. Now let's go look at part B. We will use my exact answer. I've already done the work, I think, at least part of it. Part B. This is a very long problem, isn't it? Sorry, I just needed a little break. Let me take a breath. Okay. Not about. That was part A. How many butterflies and beetles are on display at the Science Center? So how many butterflies and beetles? And, I mean, come on, I'm going to add them, right? So I had to know exactly how many beetles. I know that now. And I'm going to show my work with another bar model. I don't know my total. I don't know how many butterflies and beetles there are, but I know that there are 147 beetles and that there are 236 butterflies. And I'm showing you all of this beautiful work right off the side. So I know that there are 147 beetles because I did that work up here, right? I figured out my exact answer. So I have 147 beetles plus the 236 butterflies they told us, and I will find my whole. So I'm going to stack it because that is easier to add. I'm going to keep my ones lined up with my ones, tens with my tens, and hundreds with my hundreds. So now I've got 7 plus 6. Oh, it's almost my doubles fact of 7 plus 7, but it's 1 less. So my answer is 1 less also. It's 13. Oh, 1 plus 3 makes 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. A 2 plus 1, one more is 3. So my total number is 383. Okay, I do want to see the work, right? If it says show your work, show your work. So how many butterflies and beetles? So I need words. There are 383 butterflies. And I'm copying the spelling. I don't even have to sound it out. And beetles. That's the nice thing too, is you can spell it dictionary spelling because it's in the problem. You can copy it. All right, come to live session if you would like to finish and do number 14 and all of the even numbers together. Thank you for joining me.